Venezuela's current crisis is proof that the more the government intervenes, the worse the situation will become. This has been documented all around the world through the pages of history. At this time, the government has gone beyond the traditional measures into the extreme. Meanwhile, people are suffering needlessly. You came here for the truth. Today, once again, we are going to talk about Venezuela. Venezuela is the crystal ball for all of us out there, wherever we are. If you're in the UK and Canada and the US, Australia, somehow the majority seems to believe that they are impervious to all of these disasters like being experienced in Venezuela right now. But that isn't the case. Let's talk about how they have seized over 500 companies from all different industries. I'm going to show you how ridiculous this has become. And the only part is that it's so disastrous. That's what's so terrible about this. Bicycles, coffee, medicine, cell phones, aerospace components, petroleum, milk, hotels. Venezuela's state-run, that just upsets me every time I hear it, no matter where it's from. Companies are producing a dizzying array of products and services as the socialist administration has morphed into a sprawling conglomerate that would be the envy of any capitalist. And we all know what this is. I mean, give it any name if you want to call it fascism or whatever. To me, it doesn't matter. All I know is that as the government gets bigger and bigger, the people get pushed down further and further. That's just the way it is. A lot of people will give in and say, you know what? I believe that this leader or this guy, whoever he is going to do a great job for me. And so let him do what he needs to do. He's working hard, he's doing this and that, let him do what he needs to do. And the more complacent individuals become, and the more complacent individuals there are, the worse the situation is. And this Transparency International saying it identified at least 511 companies that are either wholly or majority owned by the government. 70% of them are losing money and potentially adding to the Venezuela's economic meltdown. Now, when you think about it, 70% are losing money. Well, that's in their own currency. The currency itself is being destroyed. So they're all losing money. And this, they compare it actually here. It's pretty interesting that trying to, the countries in the region, trying to say how many of them are state-owned. The companies are state-owned within that particular country. Venezuela right now is becoming completely owned by the state. As a result, though, the people are being ruined, completely ruined. Let's just get into it. I just want to show you this. This is when you know that they have gone, out of their minds. It's not even about, trying to manage the system anymore like the Federal Reserve is doing, let's say, and they increase interest rates and they decrease them or whatever. I mean, this right here shows complete insanity. Facing a bread shortage, and this is what I've talked about before. I've heard from many individuals from Venezuela living there right now that have told me about this, what's happening. And these articles are accurate. Facing a bread shortage that is spawning massive lines and souring the national mood, the Venezuelan government is responding this week by detaining bakers and seizing establishments. Think about that. You're a baker. You make bread. You get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. You go to work. You get there, you make your dough, you put it out in the storefront. You hope that people come into your business, buy your bread, so that you can pay your bills, so that you can do what you need to do. And they're going to arrest you because you're making bread. Because that's what they deem is, controversial, illegal, whatever they're going to say at that given time. This, I mean, I can't believe it. I'm reading it, but I can't believe it. Anyway, it basically says that they seized these bakers, and it's all part of this broad economic war aimed at destabilize. This is what they're saying anyway, aimed at destabilizing the country, and I do believe that is what's happening. There's an intentional destabilization occurring. In fact, all countries in one way or another are trying to destabilize the other, it seems, using currency warfare, using all types of schemes, proxy wars, and everything else. This is what they're saying. In a statement, the government said the bakers had been selling underweight bread, okay? And were using the price-regulated flour to illegally make special items like sweet rolls and croissants. Right. Maybe that's true. But the way that things are going, I don't think that's the way it is. This is a stranglehold around the people of Venezuela. They are hurting so bad, and I'm going to continue to bring this information out to the public. What's happening now there is what's going to happen. If things don't change, it's going to happen in a lot of different countries. Do not think you are impervious to what is happening right now. You want to invest. You want to know where to put your money? People are telling me all the time, the stock market is doing well. Shut your mouth, you idiot. You fearmongerer. I get it on every single video now. And the amount of thumbs down, I should say, that I've been getting, well, that's been increasing too. Of course, most people are giving me thumbs up. Most people are like-minded. We know what's going on. But a lot of people are giving me thumbs down too. And those are probably the same people who are commenting, saying, because they have their money in the stock market, that I am completely oblivious to what's going on. I don't know anything. Well, you know what? Why don't you take your money and you invest in the Venezuela stock market, one of the best performing assets that you can get into over the past few years. I mean, look at that. Look at that dramatic increase. Why not? Why not dump your money in the Venezuela stock market? If you want that risk reward, why not get in? That's my question to you. I'm not even saying anything. That's my question to you. Why not get in? You love the stock market so much. You love investing. You don't think there is a global economic collapse, but you still watch my videos every single time, every day. So get in. Tell me. If not, then tell me why. Look at this. Data showing the Caracas Stock Exchange posted the world's biggest advance in 2016. Why not get in? You're talking about the world's biggest advance. You're missing out on the opportunity if you are investing just in the S&P 500, just in the NASDAQ. Did you get into Snapchat? Well, that's not in Venezuela. You should buy up the Venezuela stock market. Look, there's no global economic collapse. Get in while you can. The prices are rising and rising every day. Right? Right. According to the Department of Agriculture, 1.5 million non-citizens received food stamps in the 2015 fiscal year, and 3.9 million citizen children living with non-citizen adults. Food stamp usage has grown in relation to these terms specifically, and while the total number has come down a little bit, you're still talking about nearly 50 million people who need food stamps to live. Then we look at the last issue here. That's Snapchat. I've been covering it for a little while, and what I've seen here is the possibility that this is a pump and dump. It's happening a little slowly. All I want to note, as I've noted before, that is it real fundamental strengths, or is it just people chasing after something? And that's what we need to know. We need to have this down packed. This system needs to be understood. And people need to realize not to get in the get-rich-quick schemes, but we need some good, solid fundamentals behind our decision-making, some knowledge. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. If you are heavily invested in the Venezuela stock market, then give me a thumbs down.